Well, hello and welcome back to Stationeers. We're still on Venus, and we're still growing potatoes, and we're still eating lots of potatoes. Done a little bit to the base. I've reconfigured a few things. Decided to get rid of that tank there because my cooling had not been completely figured out. Technically, it still hasn't. Right now, what I've got going on here is this reverse, what do they call it? The back pressure regulator. This is going to keep things from becoming too high pressure, so I've set that to 65 kPa. And so that is currently sucking the atmosphere in, and then this is set to 77 to force atmosphere out. Now, that seems like a ridiculous thing, but this is the cooling pipe, which yeah, 20.1 degrees centigrade, not bad. Definitely cooler than in here, so this is slowly getting cooler, which is fine. It's not overpressuring, so the potatoes will finally be happy. Now, I had noticed with my code that the first time growing the potato plants worked like a charm. After that, as I was working through other parts of the base, that my potato plants
Oxygen critical.
kept dying. Yeah. Let's get my suit back on. Close that up. I'm still struggling to get enough oxygen to breathe in my suit. How am I doing? Ugh. Okay, I could use a fill up. There you go. See, food and water okay. So we're on the cusp of, yes, cusp. We're barely surviving. We'll figure it out. So anyway, the code. I had to change the code on there. Now, before, what I was doing is I was reading the angle from a daylight sensor outside, and on the assumption that the vertical angle would go the way normal vertical angles would go, that it would turn on and turn off for basically half the day. Yeah, I don't think that happened. That worked. So what I ended up doing was I ended up writing the vertical angle to the housing via dB. In fact, let me just show you the code. Let's see, my lid is closed. Let's go through here. Right. Okay, power's doing good. That's, well, good. Turn you on. Get up at the... Right. Go into here. Right, so what I had previously done was check to see if the value was greater than, I think it was 90, and then turn on the grow light. Here, what I've done was read the vertical angle from the sensor into R0, set the R0 to the dB housing setting, so I could just hover over it with the cursor and see what the number is. Then I stored into R1 if the value that it read was greater than 50, and then R2 if it was less than 120. So between 50 and 120, the vertical angle, the grow light will come on. Outside of these parameters, it'll stay off. And so far, that's been working like gangbusters, so we don't overstress the plants with too much daylight. Just threw an AND argument in there for R1 and R2 into R0, and then there you go. Simple as can be. Right, get out of there. Should probably put some flooring down. I also moved the atmospherics unit here into the other room. Cleaned things up a wee little bit. I still have a ways to go to clean the rest of it up. but let's go out here. Now, I have tidied this up a bit through a very long and arduous task. I have removed the tanks. Can't squeeze through there, can I? I've get in there. Removed the tanks and replaced it with some more pipes and utilities. I want to expand the utilities, but I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off until I make some more improvements. So I added another loop into it, and okay, that is actually getting cool enough. Let's see that. So this cooling line goes up into here. I had a liquid a condensation valve just in case I had some pollutant get into here, which sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. It's a tough thing trying to get things squared away. But anyway, this will go ahead and continue over here to this valve. I had a one-way valve there previously. Now I have just an open valve. And so this is constantly cooling. And if for whatever reason I need to cut that off, that will go ahead and warm up because of the shenanigans with the regulators in the survival room, and that will continue to get cold. Now, eventually, what I want to do, I'll eventually want to start storing liquid CO2. Yes. Now, I don't have any undesirable gases here, and I'm still trying to harvest the nitrous oxide and get rid of the pollutant. So I have a plan. My plan is, I've also, yes, not to get sidetracked, but let me get sidetracked. I've redone the liquid pipe. So instead of, let me get back here. Instead of it coming out and through a purge valve feeding back into here, I've got it feeding into the final heating loop that will be expelled out there. Now, the reason being is at an appropriate pressure and temperature, I can maintain the nitrous as a liquid and only have the pollutant in gas form come out. That's ideal. That way, as any of the pollutant through these circuits condense, for whatever reason they get in there and they condense, they come into the liquid side, they evaporate, cool this down, and I can get rid of the pollutant gas and hold on to the nitrous. Now, I have the heat exchanger here hooked up to this cooling going into the greenhouse, the survival room, because if this gets too cold, then the liquid and the gas will start to freeze in the pipe and then burst the pipe and contaminate the base, and yeah, it'll be a bad deal. So for the time being, I'm just going to continue to force everything from here on down using these regulators. I'm going to force down to where they either will get cold enough to condense the nitrous and the pollutant, or, well, no, I mean, that's, or transfer the superheated gas into the cooler section, which will then do what I said before of condensing things. Now, eventually, what will happen is I've got this set to 0 degrees Celsius. If I go much colder, then the CO2 will start to condense. So if we stop this, all right, what do we have here? We got 122. All right. So if we turn this off, heat no longer gets put into this section, and that will slowly start to cool down. Emphasis on the slow, but there it goes. See, went from 122 to 121. Now see, this is already at a pressure and a temperature that if any of the pollutant or nitrous had gotten in here, it would already be condensing and going into the liquid side. But here, obviously we've got plenty of pressure, but it's just not cold enough. So if we really wanted to, what we could do is turn you off. So this is no longer cooling down, and this is no longer heating up. This will, again, very slowly, because the amount of mass that's in there, it will very slowly start to tick down. Emphasis on the very slowly. This whole setup has taken quite a while to get to the point where I can have proper cooling in that little room all the way over there. The amount of volume that I'm going to need to actually have a proper greenhouse up and running, yeah, that's going to be fun. I can do it. This is definitely the brute force way of doing it, but it can be done. What I do need to factor in, though, is, well, I need to take care of this. This has served its purpose, but it needs to be moved. Yeah, it needs to go. I need to empty the gas out of it. I need to relocate it and move this whole thing. The reason being is I want to convert this final heat sink loop into, because let's see, what's this? It's currently at triple nickel, 555. Outside temperature is 464. Therefore, this is the main way I'm getting rid of the heat, is eventually I'm going to open up that manual valve. This will escape out, and then I can pump more stuff in. Yeah. Wouldn't it be nice if I could do this automatically? That would be great. To further this, what I've done is I put an APC here. I put in a pressure regulator here. I should probably fix that to where it needs to be, or where I want it anyway. We'll make that 5,000 pascals. I think that is sufficient. Got a pipe analyzer here, which tells us all the stats inside of the pipe network. And it's all hooked up on this circuit. That feeds into this housing here. Now, going up, you see that before these two legs were tied together into one pipe going up to a vent. Yeah, that's no longer the case. So this goes up to a vent. So it will, when this is opened, it will expel all, most of the gas, the superheated gas in here, out into the world. And then once this is shut off, well, obviously no more will go out. This will be left on to where the whatever's in this pipe network, which is connected to a tank, will then rush into here at a much cooler temperature. Here's how we're going to do that. Come out through here. I open this up. Whoosh. I'm starting to expand this a little bit with the steel frames and sheets that I had. I am running out of steel, but I can make more. But over here, what we have, turn that off. Right, let's get the proper orientation, and let's not fall down there. So we've got the pipe on the left-hand side with the pressure regulator. That's connected to this tank. And then it's also connected to that active vent. So what I'll do is, via the housing, I will go ahead and tell this to have an internal pressure, safety pressure of like 30 megapascals. So that will constantly be feeding and topping off this tank, 30 megapascals at the ambient temperature of, currently it's 463, so it'll be 463, 464, which is fine. Much cooler. It is cooler than what's in that hot loop that would be coming out of this vent here. Right. So this would never overpressure. Don't have to worry about a sensor out here because the temperature is virtually constant. I mean, if there's a little bit of wiggle room of 2 or 3 degrees, I don't even think there's that much. I think it's about 1.5 maybe. Yeah, it's not going to really matter. But 30 megapascals in here is well below the burst limit of the pipe or the tank. It's going to be hot enough to where there's no possibility of condensation. And it's at a high enough pressure that when that regulator down there set at 5 megapascals, it'll fill up very quickly and displace the cooler gas into the hotter pipe network. Right. So there's that. Let's get back inside. I'll just hop on down here. Right. Now, the snag in all of this, if you can call it a snag, which I did because I just said it was a snag, is the one component that I do not currently have access to. And that is, well, I could continue to utilize this as a manual operation, right? So I could go ahead and program in the sensor and the vent and all that good stuff. But the problem is I want this to be completely automated. I want to set it and forget it and walk away. So I need a digital valve. Well, in order to have a digital valve, I need Invar. And I haven't made Invar yet. No. And so let's look up Invar in our Stationpedia. And we need 1.2 kilokelvin, or 927 degrees centigrade, at 18 to 20 megapascals. Well now, that's going to be tricky with the current setup. Tricky because that's not the wrong, that is the wrong thing. That's not the right, anyway. Pressure, I can always pipe more pressure in, right? So that's no big deal. It's the temperature that's going to be the issue. Because of the difference in temperature here, I'm never going to reach 1.2 kilokelvin or 927 centigrade. I mean, I would basically almost have to double my temperature. That's not going to happen. So I need to do one of two things. One, I throw in a bunch of, get it in a second, the thing that I have yet to degas that has the volatiles. Cobalt, that's the word. I can put cobalt in here and then inject in some of that nitrous. That'll get it hot. That'll definitely get it up to pressure. Problem is, I don't really have a good way of controlling the pressure or the temperature. So like, what happens if it gets too hot? Because remember, we can't go above this number here. And degassing, I guess I could degas little bits of cobalt at a time. But another issue is, if I do it hooked up to this whole network, I'm heating up all of this. I don't need to. I just need to have a little bit of gas in here. So what I could do, I could go ahead and just sever the connection there. Oh, I know what I could do. If I get rid of this, because intake doesn't really matter, but if I cobble together, so I come out here, I go ahead and put a purge valve, and have a section of liquid, let's see, one section of liquid pipe, and then I can reuse the liquid utility. I can go ahead and fill up a liquid canister with the nitrous and then inject it directly into the furnace as a gas. It'll be a cold gas, but that won't be a big deal because it'll be warmed up by the captured gas that's already in there. Now, I already have 12.2 moles. What I could do... Oh, plus I have a bunch of oxygen in there. I wonder if I just take this section of pipe out, throw in some cobalt, see what happens. I just have to be handy with the pipe in case things get a little bit out of hand. But I do need to get up to between 18 and 20. Okay, okay. Okay. Let's see. If I do this... and I do... where are the cable cutters? Cable cutters right there. Right, so let's get this there. So how would I feed in... if this is too much pressure, I need to feed back into there. So I'll need a valve. I should have a valve running around here somewhere, right? Let's check inside. I'm thinking of a manual valve just as an emergency, like, oh, the furnace is about to explode, I need to get pressure back into the network, that kind of a thing. If I want to dial it in, I have that volume pump, which is what I would use. Right. I should probably make reagent first. Now, I've got 100 nickel and 100 iron. Just double check. Iron and nickel, 50-50 ratio, so that's good. So I can make 200 Invar should I meet these requirements. Okay. Well, that should get me a certain way to my goals. Right. Right. Well, I know it's a deep subject. If I go ahead, maybe this is what I should do. I think I need more insulated pipe. Do I have any more insulated? No. Yes, I am on purpose walking on top of the things that make me go up and down. Anyway. So, if I get this thing set up to where I can put in the manual valve and I can swap it out with the volume pump. And that won't fit there. That won't fit there. Okay, what if we come over here? Right, and we come over here. I just need one. Oh, guess what? I'll take you from there. Okay. So if I were to hook this up electronically, okay, I need to worry about pressure going that way. So if I do a one-way valve, swap you around that way. Right. Okay, so if it gets too hot, too high pressure, we can bleed off into there. Take that out, put in a pump, get cooler air in there to cool it down if I have to, or to dial in specific pressure. Okay. Right. Nothing's in there, right? That's open. We'll close that up. Let's get the reagent for this done first. Yes. Can I put you somewhere? That's the old reagent that I need to completely separate because I did a boo-boo. Right. Okay. All right. Let's get the reagent process. That's going to bring the temperature down. That's fine. It's not going to make any more gases in there though, which is fine. But then that reagent will spit out. I'll collect it, grab some cobalt, process that through. Cross our fingers that we'll actually get what we need. Right. Right. No, leave that open.
Hydration critical.
And I'm thirsty. Well, you're going to have to wait, because I need to see if I'm going to blow myself up. Right. Now, wouldn't it be funny? I mean, I say wouldn't it be funny, but it would be rather unfunny if all of this had been completely degassed and I had forgotten. Because, anyway, we'll figure that out. Because right now, this is the only source of volatiles that I have. So let me switch over to this. Right, let me take off. Oh, let's do 8, right? Right. Let's do that. That's degassed. Right. Let's just double check that everything... Yep, that's all degassed. Well, on the bright side, I don't have to degas that. If you can call it a bright side. Right. So how much of the rest of it has been degassed? I guess we're about to find out. Yes. Right. Right. Should we just, heck, why not? Right? Let's go for it. Degassed. Really? How about you? Degassed. How about you? Degassed. And, right. There's another way that I can do this. There's another way I can do this. That's fine. Just fine. This is fine. This is fine. We're okay. This is fine. I have a plan. I have a plan. It may not be a good plan, but it's a plan. Let's go get some water. Oh, that's not the plan. Getting water is not a plan. But I do need to go in this direction anyway for the plan to work. Oh, yeah, how the taters doing? Nice. Yes, go get the seeding. Seed, my little pretty. Oh, you're still growing. Okay, that's fine. Grow, grow, grow. Let's see. I need water, right? Get over there.
Oxygen critical.
Oxygen's critical. Right. Oh, I have food in my... Yes.
Oxygen critical.
Oxygen's still critical. Let's see. How are we doing for that? Okay. I'll hold off. The plan. I still have fuel in the fuel canister. Even after all this time, I was very frugal with it. And I think that's going to pay off for me now. No, I need a utility, don't I? How are we doing in here? 16.9. Okay, so it's the ratios, right? You're bumping that up. Okay. So as far as breathable oxygen, yeah. Right. How about we turn you off? Because we're at 26. It's not going to get too warm too soon. That's fine. That's fine. We'll make it work. So, I'll need a utility. I'll need a pump. I have a pump. So I don't need a pump because I have a pump, but I need utility. So give me one of those. Oh, I should have grabbed the liquid utility that was in there. All right. Right, so if I were to then, let's see, I'll need that, I also need that, so I'll need that. And I'm going to need some more pipe. Let me reclaim all of you, because why not? Right, I'll need a section there and a section there. And I'll need a volume pump. Yes. And I will need the volume pump to go in that direction. Right. Okay. Need to hook up to power. Power. Where are the cables? Where did I put cables? I didn't use all the cables up, did I? Aha! I think I need more cables. Oh, I need to clean up cables. That's what I need to do. If I clean up the cables, I'll have more cables, so I won't have to make more cables because I've cleaned up the cables. Cable cutters. Right. So... well, I don't see a reason not to put the reagents back in. Now, if I didn't have any spare fuel, what I would need to do is either wait to harvest enough potatoes and build an apparatus to get my volatiles via the arc furnace, or gone out mining for some more cobalt. Right. Well, let's see how this does. So, just quadruple, quintuple, however many upples. Right. 18 to 20, 1.2. That's going to be the hard part, I think. Yeah. Oh well. Let's go for it. See what happens. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Okay, temperature's going up. Got ways to go. Well, let's go. And unfortunately, that's a lot of mass to heat up. But that's all right. Except for the fact that it's not all right. I know how to play this game. I didn't say I was good at it, I just know how to play the game. Right. And I need to get to where? I mean, perfectly achievable. Right. Well, you're still doing that. I guess I will have to go find me some cobalt. Yes. Cobalt. We're so close, too. As in, not really, but we're so close to not being real close. It's just That's how close we are. Right. Right. Here, why don't you have an empty filter? What do I have in there? I've got, oh, that's important stuff, so we'll leave that alone. Do I have anything? That's empty. Okay. Here, I'll take some extra tape, because you never know when you might need tape. Mining, I don't want to go mining. Where? Speaking of going mining, let's see, that's flare gun, that's pneumatic. What do we got? No pneumatic. Not a lot. Okay, I just have to remember not to use my jetpack, like, at all. How's my oxygen? I could do with a bit of oxygen. Yep. Open, open, open. Oxygen. Really? Come on. You can do better than that. Ah. Ugh. Ah. How are you doing? You should have... You're still trying to go toward... Well, it says thriving, so I'm not going to complain about thriving. So my shenanigans with the chip and the timing of the cellar angle, it seems to be working just fine. So I'm not going to knock it. I think I will go ahead and have me a potato in celebration of me having not croaked yet. And turn that off, and oxygen will be critical, right?
Oxygen critical.
Okay, at least I was right. Here, why don't you move you over here, open you up, have some of that. That'll help boost the O2 a little bit. Unfortunately, it's a bit warm in here now, so, right. Well, that's cooler than what it is in here, so get a drink of water then.
Oxygen critical.
If you go to seed now, I can plant you, and then I don't have to worry about you for... Oop. Okay, there's one. Come on. Seed a little more. What I'll do is I will plant an old one. And I'll hold on to the new ones, which will decay over a longer period of time since they're new. Come on. How are you doing? You are empty. Right. Well. There we go. How about you? Seed. Right. So. Seed. Da, da, da. Still trying to seed. Alright, so you. I'm running out of. Right. Okay, so you're the newest ones to go there. You're the next newest ones to go there. You're the next newest ones to go there. Da, 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 da. Okay, picked up some cobalt, picked up a little bit of coal, so I'm going to need to make some more steel soon. There we are. Can I? No. There. Oh, yeah. Got this. Isn't. I mean, I should probably make this into a full-blown airlock. That'd probably be a good idea. Yes. How are we doing here? We are doing good. Okay. That's warming up because of the survival little nook. You're on. Okay. So you're keeping up. That's a nice. Okay, it continues to go down. Okay, you're completely evacuated of the toxins. You still have plenty of toxin. That's fine. That's okay. Eventually, all of this is going to get pushed down. Right. How I'm going to do that is, well... Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll tap off of there, off the tank, and fill in... I'll probably fill in here. Yeah, so I'll keep that large tank there for the large mass. And I'll just keep filling this up, and then using the regulators to fill those up. Or... What else? What else could I do? So I want to push this out. Maybe I put a volume pump there. Yeah, just turn everything else off. Pump that into there. Put that along down there. I think before I do that, I'll want to expand this a bit. Maybe even put a whole new set of utilities there to get a good volume of the cooler gas that I can use to actually grow food with. Okay, you're still fluctuating, which means you're probably still exchanging warm and cold, which is fine. I need to focus. I need to focus. I need to focus. Okay, I've expelled the reagent there. In fact, I should probably pick up said reagent so I know exactly where it's at. Right. Right. Okay. Let's degas some cobalt. See if we can't blow ourselves up. And I've taken out the utility and the pipe and the tank. So no more fuel, no more nothing that can blow us up. Having said that, after I get my Invar and I get the valve up there and get the system and this disconnected, I need to go start thinking about expanding the base and creating an area where I can create volatiles to make fuel, to make water, to potentially blow myself up. Right. So let's just do a full stack, right? Because we need the heat. Oh, this is going to go great, right? Let's do it. Let's just do it. Oh, that's going to kick it into pants. Ooh, there's a lot of volatiles in cobalt. Just saying. Can we get there? Can we get there? It wants to. It wants to. Okay, we're a little bit high on the pressure. I want all of that to combust, though. I want all of that to combust. Think we have a problem. Right. Think I need to do a thing. Think I need to do a thing. Right, get over there. So, if I were to put you down, put a liquid pump there. Okay, I'll need some things. Need some things. Go get some things to get some things. Hurry, 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 hurry. How we doing in here? Still at 22. New crop is growing good. Baked tater on the floor. Right. Over here. You. Need you. I need you. Let's see. I'll need a liquid volume pump. That's what I'll need. Let's go get one of them there thingamabobber jiggers. Whatever. Alright. Yeah. I will need a iron, gold, copper. Okay. Give me one of those. Right. I should have a liquid tank out there. In fact, I should have a couple of liquid tanks out there. First things first. Get over here. Right. Let's get you there. Let's get you. Get there. Let's get you. Get over the. No, get over the. Right. I need cable. Should have cable over here. I have cable over here. I have. Well, it's nitrous. Let's go green. Get over here. Right. 3. Will 3 do it? I think 3 will just do it. I need to clear up those cables. So let's go nice and low. Let's not go bonkers. Right, that is still a little bit of, you know what, that's fine. That's fine. Right. Right. Let's go for it. And why did some pollutant go in there? No pollutant should go in there. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So you're done. You come with me. Get the right tool for the job. Right. Shoe. I'll need a regulator. Where am I going? So if I put a stick, Yes, if I stick a pipe there. In fact, I should see. Let's do 2 lengths. Put a deal there, and I put a deal there. Actually, let's do this. Right. Right. Then I can put that up yonder. I'll stick that in there. I gotta get the... Do I have a... No. Here. But I put you guys there. Check over here to see if I have an extra... That's a pump. That's not a regulator. Well, let's get a regulator then. Regulator. Give me another one of them. Right. So get you moved over there, and I need to cable you up because, right. I think it's time for me to clean up some cable. Let's see. Don't need you. You know, actually, I don't really need you. That computer should run quite a while off that large battery, and if I have to rewire it up, well then I'll rewire it up. The cable there, that's the cable there, that's the cable there. Right. Okay. That should be plenty. So, next question. No more questions. We go there, we go there, we go there. That's not what I wanted. I need a purge. I need a purge valve. I don't need a... Yes. Yes. I want you to go to 0. I want you to go all the way up to the max. Okay. We'll grab you. See what you have. You're still volatile. You know what? Let's not fool around. Let's get plenty of what we need. Because we're going to need it. Alright. I can open you. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Really? Why is that 43? Why are you 43? Here. How the 4th Castle? Right. Go. Empty. Free yourselves. Good Lord. Why the... I know I'm losing... That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, you. Am I still volatile rich? Yeah. Rumph. Okay, I've got to get Invar. Get Invar, I get that. can move this. Then I can have a much more controlled situation. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Okay, if that's not enough volatiles, then I'll have to find a different way to get to... Could use pipe heaters, right? I mean, anyway, yeah. And that's set to 0. Push you in. You're going to expand a little bit out to there. That's fine. Get to going. Get to going. You're doing that. You should start to do the thing. Come on. 927. 927. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. That's gonna... No, I won't have time to, right? Won't have time to? Because there's hardly anything in there? That was not as... Right. I'm overthinking this, aren't I? It's a simple answer, isn't it? I know it is. Okay. 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 Nothing left in there. Trace amounts. Oh, it... Seemed like a good idea at the time. Right. Well, at first we do not succeed. Repeat your errors again and again and again. That's all I got. All I got. Right, well, if you came here to find out what not to do, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay, well, right, we tried a few different ideas, right? I mean, foundationally, conceptually, they weren't horrible ideas. They were just not so well executed. So, on the bright side, I've got plenty of cobalt for the... Well, I say plenty. I can't even get Invar and Constantine. It kind of is a moot point, isn't it? Right. Moot point. Let's grab some more steel, right? I'll need more steel. I definitely know I'll need more steel. Because now, before going to the extreme of the thing, pipe heaters, ironically needing pipe heaters on Venus. One of the things I'm going to need to... Okay, I need to get rid of this nitrous in the air. Right, before doing pipe heaters, what I could do, forgo the digital valve, just work off of, what I got. Yes, okay, so I can still set the chip up minus the digital valve. So I can still read off of the pipe analyzer. I can still manipulate the vent. Get this up to 30 megapascals. turn this on so it always stays at least 5 megapascals, and then just manually dump the heat via the manual valve. I could do that. I could do that. It's not going to be as efficient. But I mean, this whole thing's not exactly efficient. So, right. Then, focus on getting this emptied out, disassembled. Getting some, well, get some more steel, right? Steel. Just focus on the steel. I know what I'm doing. So, we get steel, finish that room, hopefully have enough steel to finish the other room. And so that room, which I'll put a set of doors in there and a set of doors cross connecting the two things there. Are you done yet? Hurry up, I'm busy. Hurry, hurry, hurry. You almost got it. Come on. There we go. So, we build the rooms, evacuate the hot atmosphere. I start building the apparatus to harvest the volatiles, and that will do two things. One, it'll give me the volatiles. Two, it'll give me charcoal, which I can use to then make more steel. Right? Or use as a very poor substitute for coal in the solid fuel generator, which for the moment I don't need, but it'll be a nice emergency backup that I can easily replenish en masse. So then I can put up a proper furnace if I want to. Yeah, I can put up a proper degassing furnace. I can put up an advanced furnace once I get Invar and Constantine. And I can set up the water maker, which will provide more than enough heat for my furnaces for the hot box, right? And then I have the capability to get cold gas for a cold tank. So I say hot box, but it'll be a hot tank and a cold tank, and then a waste tank, which I will probably end up filtering back through this system because it will be hopefully cooler than outside atmosphere. Plus, it'll give me things that I may need, like trace amounts of oxygen, but more importantly, CO2. Possibly nitrogen as well.
Hydration critical.
And I'm thirsty. Of course I am. Right. Have I gotten... Where's my steel? Why haven't you given me steel? Why did it drop below? Give me steel. Just give me the steel. Grrr. Okay, no problem. We'll cut that off. We will remove the one-way valve, and we'll put a regular valve in. See? And then we'll open up the regular valve. That pressure will drop a little bit. No big deal. But now... that means you should start going up in temperature ever so slowly because of this. Right. Right. Okay, that's maintaining that. All right, that's... wow. That's actually warm, but breathable. That not so much. You have no... you don't have any, you don't have any... what you do? What if I turn you off? I turn you off. Okay. What if I turn you off? How cold can you get? it is still cooling, so okay. So, hurry up and wait. All right. All right. Well, yeah, right. Right, right. Okay, so, okay, small setback. Well, setback delays. Not a setback, just a delay. So we have a delay. We still have a working, functioning that. Okay, so, So what we need to focus on now is we need to gather some volatiles. Yes. Get some volatiles. Focus on oxygen production. Ooh. Oh, seeds. Yes. So it's a race against, quite honestly, how much can I grow before I run out of water? That's the question. How much can I grow with the water that I have? Stack of 20, huh? Okay, where'd my cursor go? Oh, yes. And you made seed. Okay. Yeah. No. Yes. Right, so you are the newest. Put you guys there. You are the oldest. Right. Okay. So we have plenty of food. We have diminishing water. How much water do we have? Not a lot. Not a huge amount. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not great. Okay, we still have some air we can breathe in our suit, although not so much out of the suit. So that's gonna be a problem. Right. We are 16 degrees in here. Turn you off. Actually, turn you off. Turn everybody off. Well, that'll help bump the oxygen up a little bit. Let me open you up. That'll help raise the temperature up a little bit. All right. Okay, I still have some steel out here, so continue to make frames and sheets. Get the one room welded up. Let's see. Okay, that's 100 units of steel there, plus whatever I have in there. I've got 75 units of steel in there. Right, so my game plan. So this room out here, that's going to be our new garden area. That's going to be our hydroponics. Then down here, either here or here, doesn't really matter, I guess. We'll have a door and going out to the other room, and that's going to be our water production, our volatile harvesting, Yeah. And ideally expanded cooling. So as much as I like this is not going to cut it when it comes to cooling down the water to a safe level to be used for drinking and for the greenhouse. So how is this doing over here? Yeah, it's coming down, not greatly, but okay. What if I turn you on? All right, that bumps that temperature right up, doesn't it? Yeah, but it's getting rid of the hazardous stuff. So, okay. Okay. I bet you I could do this as well, right? Yeah. So slowly we'll get this evacuated out, push that way, collect all the pollutants and the nitrous. We will eventually replace it with much cooler stuff and go from there. So eventually all of these will be containing just the trace amounts of oxygen, nitrogen, and the bulk will be CO2. So, yeah. Okay, well, let's see. That's doing that thing. Turn that off. Turn you off. Get you turned back on, so you'll start cooling this, and that'll start to condense all that, and yeah. Okay, well, I guess that'll do it for the moment. Again, not a setback per se, just a delay on the inevitable. Also going to be waiting on that. It's slowly getting up there. That's mainly because of the mass, isn't it? What if I do that? What if I do that? That release is pretty good, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, that comes through there. Alright. This is workable. Yes, so, I think we'll get it a little bit lower. That means that should heat up a little faster. So I can get my steel. So yeah. That's the game plan. We'll just continue on so that we can continue on. Yes, so that will do it. Let me get a drink of water so that I quit huffing and puffing. And I'm not going to have enough oxygen in here, am I? They're still thriving, though. They're still thriving, so alright. Okay. Now what I could... You know what I could do? No. If I wanted to make this more complicated... I could set up a couple of aisles, right? With some displays. And I could actually adjust the solar angle, minimum, maximum. So if I were having some issues with a particular crop, so potatoes are very forgiving. If I had something that wasn't as forgiving, oh, fine.
Oxygen critical.
Right. So if I had a more persnickety plant that I was trying to grow, I could then adjust the minimum maximum angles. But this is working, so I'm not gonna fix what's not broken. There's plenty of other things which are broken, or have yet to be broken, that I need to fix. Right. Have some acetator.
Oxygen critical.
Yes. Right. Right. Well, again, that's it. So, as always, although challenges can be fun, this has been challenging. Try that again. Although challenges can be fun, don't let having fun be a challenge. See ya. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not getting paid for this, otherwise I'd have to call myself a professional.